Hello everyone, Emilu here. Today I want to show you a portrait, a really famous one, and it's called Girl with a Pearl Earring, and it's by Johannes Vermeer. Johannes Vermeer was a famous, if you could copy that down, he was a famous Dutch painter, really well known, 17th century painter. He painted pictures of daily life in that time. So he showed lots of different aspects of the 17th century of daily life. What we're going to do today is I'll show you some of the pictures. So we've got, that is the girl with pearl earring, with a pearl earring. Can you see the pearl earring? Just there. Beautiful blue scarf that she's wearing. I'm going to be using chalk pastels today. If you just, maybe just pause the video if you want to look at it further. But she is amazing. I don't know if you can see really close up, but there's a lot of cracks in her face, and I think it's because of the paint more than anything, because it's so old. We've got a lady pouring some milk, I believe. So he depicted lots of different pictures of daily life from that century. This is quite a nice one. There we are. It's a man painting a lady. So we're going to do the girl with a pearl earring today. It's obviously, like I said, it's really famous. It's just a girl. She wasn't a famous girl from what we know, but it was just a girl and he really wanted to paint her. So we're going to do that today. So we're not going to paint, I'm going to do chalk, but you can use any material you like. So what we're going to do is start off. Can you see that my paper is portrait? So start off, I don't know if you can see it, but it almost looks like a strawberry or an egg shape, and it's not straight down. So it's at an angle. So think about an egg shape at an angle. It reminds me of a balloon. If you put a little line there and did a piece of string, it reminds me of a balloon. So something like that. So it's bigger and then it gets smaller. And then all we're going to do is just along here, do a line. And then we're going to touch the side of the balloon. Let's call it a balloon just to make it easier. And we're going to go, ah, and across. So you're going to go down and across. Then you're going to go up and just join this up. So it's a little bit like, it reminds me of a very strange archway, a very thin archway. So just go up. We're filling the whole of the paper because it's nice to fill the whole paper. Then just about here, just like a little smile. And you're going to go up and do another line. So it's kind of a line going up and then over the archway. And then there's like a little one in between, which we can do. So we could just do a little smile just there. Can you see it? And we're just going to go up and join it as though it's just joined up, and then we're going to rub out. So if we get a rubber, we're going to rub out just what's in that shape. So it reminds me of a carrot for some reason, I'm not quite sure, but you know, I love carrots. So we're going to do a carrot, and then just here, maybe just touch there, just there. We're going to go across, and then so you're joining it up. Do not worry if it's not completely how I've done it. It doesn't matter. As long as it looks like she's going to have a scarf on her neck or her head. And then we're going to, just up here on this bit, do a line and then join that up as well. So you're joining all the lines up. Don't worry if it looks strange. It's okay. Then look at this egg shape. We need to make it thinner, but I might just try and make it thinner. So go around the egg shape and just cut off a little bit of the egg. So can you see I've done a line inside the egg to make it more straight? You don't have to do this, to be honest, but I'm just going to do it because I need to show you. It's the side profile of the face. So it's kind of that side. Okay, then what we need to do is we've done this neck bit. We want to just somewhere along here. So we need to make sure here, can you see the distance? You don't want it too big, but then you don't want it too small either. So just here, you're going to do a line, and then you're going to do another line. Go all the way down. When I did that line, I met this line. And if I don't meet it, I can join it up. So it's all about joining up different lines. Now I'm going to keep it really simple. If I look at what she's wearing, I'm going to keep it super simple, but she's got this kind of top that goes a little bit like that. It's got some lines, so you can draw that, and just like maybe a line there, line there, line there. Don't panic too much, because you don't need it to be looking exactly like that. And also there's a black background, so all of this is black, but it's probably going to be the rest of her body, so don't panic about that. It doesn't matter. This we could just do a little bit more of a rounded bit, but I think I'm going to leave it for now just because I don't want to confuse anyone. Now here she's got an ear. She's got an ear just about there. So what I can do first of all is touch that bit and go down, 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 just past the egg. So the egg line was here, we're going down from it. So all it is, not the egg line, little bit down. So touch where the egg is, go down, 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 and then draw a line. This is going to be the scarf line. So it's quite a big scarf. She's wearing a really big scarf. You can feel free to just, I'm doing a line up. It's just the shadows. We don't really need to do that, to be honest. I just thought I'd add it in, but those are the shadows. And then she's got an ear. Now don't worry too much about drawing an ear. Just do this. Just do a little line that's like a smile and a little kind of inside of the ear. And then we want to draw a really large circle earring. It's attached to there, but you won't really see it, so it doesn't matter. But now we're going to do this. I just want to show you this. Touch wherever the earring is. I'm probably going quite fast for you, but just take your time. Pause the video if you need to. But where the earring is, we're going to join the egg. So you're joining it in. We're nearly finished, believe it or not. So where I've joined the egg to the earring, I am then going to rub out this original line. So it's the original egg line. We can rub that out. So it will look something like this for now. Then we want to do the nose, the ears, the nose, the mouth and the eyes. So just think, the nose is going to go, like if this is quite an adult way of doing it, but try if you can. You're just going to do a line, just like that. Just a thin line. This is just a guideline, because then we're going to do a thin line there, go down, do a thin line there, and then I don't think we could have a thin line there. Can you see where I've put them? Just try, use your eyes to gauge it, almost like to measure it like a ruler, but use your eyes, and don't worry if you can't do it exactly like this, it doesn't matter. Right, this makes it easier for doing a face, because then rainbow, upside down rainbow. And then you've got a rainbow, upside down rainbow. So it's half an eye on that bit. And we want to do the eyelids. So just there and just there. Then we want the iris and the eyeball. Well, it's the iris and the black bit. Might colour it in, so you can colour it in pencil perhaps. Okay, let's just have a look at that. Right, then we want a nose. Now the nose is about there, but we want to do this. Touch the line, and you're going to go out of the line and do that. So what I did was I did out, and then a round bit, and then that bit. It doesn't actually matter how you do it, because I just put a little bobbly bit there. And you can go up if you like. You don't want a nose to really show very dark. You want it to be quite light, just to make it look like there's a nose. I'll show you what I'm going to rub out so you can see how I do it. So we're going to rub out all of this. And if you rub out the eye, by accident, just draw it back in, don't worry. It's all practice this. I had to practice for years to do things, so just don't worry. Right, can you see the nose? So you want quite a small nose really. Her nose is kind of going down, but we'll just keep it simple for now. And then we want, on a person, you've got that bit of the nose, like underneath the nose. So you're just going to join the nose to there. Can you see? Then that shape. So just go closer if you need to see it. So it's a line from the nose, then a roof of a house. And then we're going to just join that up. This isn't a lip, it's a top lip. And then we're going to do the bottom one. The bottom one is just a line like that. And then another line. I would say this is the hardest part, the lips. So if you just want to do any lips you can, that's fine. You know. Honestly, that's fine, as long as you've got a lip there. So this is roughly what it's going to look like. And we only did the lines to help us show us where the face is going to go. If you are older or you're more experienced or more confident or whatever, you could do more of a forehead and then do a cheekbone. I don't think I'm going to do it just because it's nice just to keep it simple, and you can could perhaps look in a mirror and see how your face would go, because some people have high cheekbones. It looks really cool. Right. So now the colouring in. Ta-da. Okay, so these are the chalks I'm using in Scribe. You could use oil pastel, would be really nice. I quite like paint, but I just really like oil chalks. Now I'm going to do, her face is very pale, but you could have a go at doing different colours. As in, it doesn't have, it could be an Andy Warhol blue face with a yellow scarf. So it's up to what, if you're doing it in school, it's up to what your teachers say, or it's up to what you say if you're doing it at home. So it's your decision is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to take the peachy colour and I'm going to lie it on its side. Now, we're not having it there, are we? Okay, so that's the only thing that's peachy. And I'm going to get my finger and just smudge. Now, ignore the Tipp-Ex line, because we'll see the Tipp-Ex line. In a painting, you can get white and you can just highlight where it's lighter. So it actually would be where her nose is. If you haven't got the chalk, you don't have to highlight, but you could use paint to highlight. It just gives her some definition on the cheek. Then you want a darker colour to do the shadow. So I'm taking a darker, kind of almost like a brown, and I'm just shading. As I say, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Do you know what? I forgot her eyebrows, but she doesn't really have much of an eyebrow, I've just realised. Right, let's have a look at the picture. This is where I'm putting the shadow for me. So feel free to do it your own way, but that, I'd say that's roughly what I want. So if you're painting it, you just have to put the paint on and then blend it in. So you put the paint on and then just blend. I'm doing chalk for now. Right, she might look slightly orangey, but it's okay for now, don't panic. I'm going to take a yellow. Do you know what? I might just do the colour that I like. So I'm going to do, it's going to be mostly this colour. Yeah, I think I'm going to do all of it this colour. I'll still be able to see the lines, so that's nice. And this is white. Now, the dark bits, they're super dark. Yeah, I'm going to almost use black. So these are the dark bits. You might not want to do black just yet. You could do it at the end if you prefer. Or, once you've done this, definitely wash your hands. Right, that's all I'm going to do for now. Then, smudge. So what you're looking for is dark and light bits in there. Use one finger, but I'm doing the whole hand for now, just to go a bit speedier to show you. Right, you want to wash your hands really, because it gets super messy. Now it's a beautiful blue, her scarf. So I'm going to get any blue that I like, and probably that one I like. I'm going to get a darker blue. You can pause this obviously, because I'm going super fast. The darker blue is just to show the shadow. So I'm going to then smudge away. You know, used a beautiful blue of that time. The colours, absolutely amazing. Some blue there. Just add a little bit of blue. And then I'd say the scarf is almost like a yellowy colour. It's not quite this bright, but I'm going to do it quite bright. So it's yellow, which is super bright, isn't it? But I'm going to go over with a colour that looks a bit like the skin that I use, almost like a sand colour actually. And I'm going to smudge, or blend should I say. Now you can get a white, like I did for the face, and you can do this with paint as well, and just go over areas because it makes it look quite shiny and really cool. I'd even maybe go over there. Doing this quite fast, but obviously you can slow down. Right, I'm going to get a black now. Right, now the pearl earring is super, super shiny, but only like in a tiny bit. So I'm literally going to just colour a black bobble and leave quite a lot of it white so it shows the pearl earring. Then I'm going to get a bit of white and smudge it. So you can do the pearl earring however you like, but there has to be some brightness to it really. Now you get any colour you like and colour the iris in. So it's the big bit of the eye. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to just draw only a little bit round the nose and the eyes. Don't draw too much though, you don't really need to, but to make it stand out, put a bit of white in the black of the eye so it shines. Then we're going to get red, and as I said, take your time, don't panic. I'm going to do red lips. If you don't want them too red, you could just put some white over them so it gets a bit more of a whitey kind of colour and it's not too... See, look, I haven't rinsed my fingers and I've smudged it. You might decide to get a rubber at the end if you're using chalk, and you could use the rubber to create light bits. That's always quite nice to do, but only do that at the end if you can. Okay, I'm going to get black. And the black is the last to put on for the background. So if I look at the picture, I mean, if you feel uncomfortable doing it in black, because the thing about black pastel is it can smudge. You might decide, and I think I probably would if I was you, I would paint it black at the end if you're really neat at painting. But that is my black background, but I'm going to smudge or blend. Do it with a finger, and when you get near the artwork, you've got to go really careful. As I say, you don't really see her eyebrows that much, do you? But she's definitely got very light eyebrows. If you want to, you can outline these bits with a brown, just to make it look like the shadow of the fabric. Now let's have a little look. I don't think you can... I won't smudge this because the rubber that I used doesn't show up for me. But that's ultimately what you want. You could add your own eyebrows, but I probably wouldn't necessarily. And you can smudge, it's really like, I mean, look at my hands, it's super messy, but it's quite nice to smudge and it's nice to work over it. Definitely spray it. Sure, your teacher, or if you're at home, you can get some hairspray. So I'm going to get some hairspray. Fixative is the same as hairspray, just cheaper. So get someone to spray it for you, not too near. Whew. And then what you could do is once that's dry, you could just draw over the top. So you could think, oh, do you know what? I forgot. And just do some lines. So you can work over the top of what you've already done. But that is my Johannes Vermeer. He's known as Jan Vermeer normally, but it's Johannes. So maybe you could, it's my adaptation, so it's my copy of his artwork. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Enjoy. Make sure you treat this as a fun moment, a fun experience, because it's nice to just practice drawing faces, because faces can be quite tricky. So like and subscribe. Love when you subscribe, and then I'll send you out more videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.